Okay, y'all, Game of Thrones season 3, episode 4. So Jamie feelings is hurt or whatever the case may be because his hand got chopped off, and Brienne is basically trying to tell him like, okay, so what? Like bad things happen, but you just gotta keep on pushing or whatever the case may be. Jamie ain't used to that type of shit going on with him. He used to a silver spoon in his mouth, so he don't know nothing about no hardship or anything like that. And Brienne is basically telling him like, this is how life is for real, so you gotta get used to it. Now, Arya is still with the brothers of the Night's Watch. They have the Hound, or whatever the case may be. And she basically was telling them, like, the Hound had, chopped the butcher, got the butcher's boy or whatever, and her friend, that was butcher's boy, was her friend. And he didn't do nothing, and it was her that pushed Joffrey. And they ain't do nothing. You see what I'm saying? So they basically want to try the Hound, but they don't know what his crimes is, so they're going to keep him basically chained up or whatever until they figure out where they're going to send him at and stuff like that for him to pay for his crimes of murking people all over the place. Now, um, now back at King's Landing, Cersei do not like the fact that, like I said in the last one, she don't like the fact that Marjorie is cozying up to her man for real. Like, I mean, not her man, her brother. Like, I mean, not her brother, her damn son. She don't like the fact that Marjorie is cozying up to Joffrey like that. So she got Joffrey, is basically like giving her a tour of the castle and stuff like that. Like she basically tolerating Joffrey shit, but Joffrey ain't being evil to her. He really like showing that he like her for real. And she basically like showed Joffrey that the people out there like him and stuff like that. So she took him out there so he can meet the people and wave to the people and stuff like that to show that the people really fuck with him for real, even though nobody really do. But she goes to her father and was like, "Yeah, he gonna be the Tyrells is an issue. I don't like it. You know what I'm saying?" And the father was like, "Well, they helped us out in the war. They helped save you. They helped save your sons. So we owe them, okay, like that." And she was like, "Well, I don't like how she got her claws all into Joffrey." And Tyler was like, "Well, I wish that you would have had better control over him, but you don't. Like you just let him do whatever. So we need somebody to come in here and tame his ass for him." So Varys is trying to dig up dirt on Littlefinger, trying to find out what the fuck Littlefinger's up to. So they find out that Littlefinger is trying to smuggle Sansa away, or whatever the case may be. And they feel like the reason why Littlefinger is trying to smuggle Sansa away is so that he can basically, Sansa will be like the next heir of um of Winterfell or whatever, and he want to be able to have like, some type of leverage over other people or whatever the case may be. So he goes to Valena, who is Marjorie's grandmother. He goes to Elena and tell her, like, yeah, so tell her like what's going on with with Littlefinger and Sansa and stuff like that, and then they proposing to marry Sansa off to Sir Loras or whatever the case may be. Now, what else is happening in this episode? So the Night's Watch. So the commanders and all them, well, it was a lot of people. First, let's talk about John's side. So John and them was out. John is with the Wildlands over the wall or whatever, and they come across a whole bunch of horses that's gone and whatever the case may be. So they realized that the Night's Watch had lost about 300 men or so. So now the Wildlands is ready to march to the wall for a war. Okay, so they get ready to go for a battle towards the wall. Now, it's really nobody there at the wall right now. Like 300 people is gone, and the rest of the people is out trying to get back so they can warn people about the White Walkers. So the rest of the crew that's trying to get back to warn the people about the White Walkers, that's the crew that Sam is with, and Sam got Ghost with him. So and the commander is commanding them. So as the commander is taking them back to the Night's Watch or whatever to back to the wall, they come across Manserata's camp or whatever. And they trying to stop and get something to drink and food or whatever and warm before they can travel on with their little shelter or whatever. So before they can travel back on. So as they stopping at whatever, Sam see that his girl or whatever, she had the baby and it's a boy. So we all know what happens to Craster's sons when they have boys or whatever. When the boys come, they put the boys out for the White Walkers to get, or whatever the case may be. So the girl was like, I don't want nothing to happen to my son. Asking Sam, can he get her out of there, or whatever the case may be. If he can't do shit for her, then she don't got no time for him because she don't got that much time with her son or whatever. So the rest of the people in the Night's Watch, one of the guys had passed on because he had something was going on with his foot, but they all said it wasn't really that. It was because he starved to death or whatever. And Cranston ain't giving him no food and stuff. And he in there drinking that wine, and they gotta sit outside in the cold and shit, and he ain't feeding them. So then they all going in there to complain about why Cranston ain't giving them no food and no water and stuff like that. And that commander is telling them to chill. Like, it's like, we just only here for passing. Like, he basically trying to tell them to chill the fuck out for real. But then the men, they get all fucking belligerent and stuff like that. And one of them killed Cranston. And then as that commander, Mormon, is trying to, like, stop them or whatever the case may be, they end up offing the commander. Like, literally, like, getting him in the back. Like, that is just a low blow for real. So now the commander ain't there. Everybody's splitting up. Sam, they got his girl and the baby and Ghost, and they out there. Like, I don't know where the fuck they going, but they not even nowhere around. Okay, they got up out of there because they was looking for Sam so they can get him. So it was like a big riot. They taking the girls. They they taking all the food. It's just a big fucking mess. So Daenerys, okay, so she had broken a deal with one the slave master or whatever, so that she could get the 8,000 solids for her dragon. So she gives him the dragon, and then they give her the ensalad or whatever. So she command all the ensalads to basically off all of the masters with whips and stuff like that, and then she command her dragon Drogon to get the slave master or whatever, because the slave master was like, oh, well, I can't control him. And she was like, dragons ain't supposed to be controlled. Like, that's what you got the shit twisted. And she walks out of there with a whole 8,000 army and all her dragons like that. So, Bran is having these dreams again about the three-eyed raven and stuff like that. And the boy that's with him who can see all this stuff, he basically like helping him or whatever the case may be. But he had a dream about his mom as he was climbing up a tree trying to get to the three-eyed raven. So something specific is going to be happening with his mom soon. And that's probably what that dream was warning him about. And Theon is with Bruce, the Bolton boy, but he don't know that that's the Bolton boy. That boy, he didn't led him to a freaking trap. He think that the boy is helping him out and trying to get him back to his sister. The whole time, he ready to torture his ass. Okay, so that's pretty much everything that's going on in this episode. So yeah, if y'all like the episode, tell me what y'all think about it, and I'll see you on the next one.